What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Federalprison.consulting. I am Ryan Park, and this is my wife. She's not here right now. So, let's actually make this a little bit more casual, because I know this topic that we're going to be talking about today is sentencing. This is an extremely stressful time right now, because I know a lot of questions are going into this, like, how much time am I going to be looking at? What's the least amount of time? What kind of sentence reductions can I get? So this is going to be a very stressful topic. So if you guys don't mind, let me get right back to you and let's kind of keep this a little casual. Hey guys, so welcome back. All right, so from personal experience, I know right now this is a time that we're all freaking out, right? So this is a time that we're thinking, okay, the day of the sentencing, if I'm sentenced to 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, 76 months, how much time will I serve? What kind of months am I looking at? What kind of sentencing am I looking at? So let's start to break this down. So I think in this particular video, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of break it down in general, just kind of give highlights. And my next upcoming videos, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down a little bit further for everyone to understand. Because trust me, we're gonna be getting into a lot of the logistics, a lot of the laws and things of that sort. It's gonna get kind of boring, but the biggest thing right now, what you guys are gonna be going through is, you know, the old saying that knowledge is power, well, information is power. So the more information that you know of how the laws work and how sentencing works is the more that you can not only know what you're gonna be looking for, but you can also be holding your attorney accountable to make sure that they're representing you to get the best possible outcome as well. Okay, so let's dive into this. The first topic we're gonna be talking about is the federal sentencing guidelines. Now, these guidelines are, okay, so a brief history on this, and I'm just gonna kind of break it down. And like I said, I'm not gonna get into all the details right now because that'll be for the next video. But this actually started back in the 1980s where this guideline was implemented. Now, up until it was, I think, about 2004, 2005, these guidelines were actually mandatory. So if you fell within that category, that is what the judge will actually sentence you to. However, back in about 2004, 2005, the Supreme Court passed a law saying that now the guidelines are advisory. So meaning it's now up to the judge's discretion of what he or she wants to sentence the individual to. Okay, now if you're looking at the federal sentencing guidelines, what you'll notice on the left-hand side, running up and down vertically, there's gonna be numbers 1 through 43. Now, those numbers can increase or decrease. So there's enhancements and then there's also deductions as well. Now, running on the top of the guideline, going from left to right, what you'll notice is a criminal history. That is based on your particular criminal history. If you are a first-time offender, you're gonna be falling under category 1. And then it goes on from that point. Okay, so I don't wanna bore you guys with all the logistics of what goes into how to get your offense level to go up and down. The biggest thing is what we all are trying to figure out is how to actually get it reduced. So there's the top 3 things of how to get a sentence reduction. Now, of course, your attorney's gonna be arguing a lot of things based on Rule 3553, and that is also how it's gonna be determined the day at your sentence, how a judge will actually sentence you. All right, so as our attorney continues to progress with our case, we're gonna be watching those enhancements going up. So the most important thing, what we always wanna do is we wanna try to see what is the best way to get the reductions to have it come back down a little bit. So there's the top 3 things that what we could be doing to know that we're gonna get the best possible outcome the day at our sentencing. So those top 3 are, number 1, is gonna be acceptance of responsibility. So a plea. Now, taking a plea doesn't just guarantee that you're gonna get a reduction. There's actually 2 parts in order to get a 3-part reduction to your sentence. The first part is gonna give you a 1 point, and the second part is gonna give you 2 points. So you have a maximum to get 3-point reduction if you take a plea accordingly. Okay, now there's another one that a whole video is gonna have to be dedicated to this because I know a lot of people are gonna have questions about it, but it's something called RDAP. RDAP stands for Residential Drug Abuse Program. And it's only in federal prisons, and you can receive up to 1 year off your sentence. Now, you have to qualify for that, so not everyone gets qualified for it, and there's a lot of different stipulations of how one does qualify for that. And the number 3, which everyone's going to consider, what you'll hear is called a snitch card, right? What the legal term of it is called a 5K 1.1. Basically, that's cooperation with the federal government in regards to the case. And what a lot of people believe is that a 5K1 means a snitch card. In some cases it is, some cases it's not, because in some cases it's just you. It's just you, the individual. Now, if you do choose to do a 5K 1.1, the government actually has a lot of leeway to how much points that they will recommend to the courts to reduce from your sentence. They can reduce none, they can reduce 6. I mean, the sky's the limit with that. So if you do a 5K 1.1, you could get pretty significant reduction to your sentence. Now, some other things that your attorney could be actually working with you on is something called a minimum role and a minor role. So there's actually 2 different roles into that. Now, that is something that goes around the rule 3553. Those are all things that your attorney could be arguing later with the courts. But those 3 things that I mentioned before, those are all things you can mention to your attorney or you can talk to your attorney about as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today because I know everyone's time is very limited. But I'm going to be breaking this in parts in 3 different segments because I know there's a lot of information that goes in each segment. So then if you just have a particular question just in that one particular topic, then you can just go to that one video. So I'm going to be breaking apart in regards to acceptance of responsibility, like your plea, the RDAP program, and also the 5K 1.1. So go ahead and stay tuned, and I will see you guys on the next video. Again, my name is Ryan Park. Please feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. We do a free consultation. Thank you so much.